to my wonderful YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a weekly favorites today for, I want to say November 11th. Is today November 11th? Yes, it's November 11th. Just a few items of what I've been loving this week. A lot of my stuff has remained the same in regards to some skincare, like my skincare moisturizer. You guys know my Origins ginseng has been my favorite. I've been using that. I'm on my last jar of that, unfortunately. I do have some other new skincare lined up to try once I finish that jar, so be on the lookout for that in the coming months. But there's a few things I wanted to share with you today. A little bit of a mixture of everything. Some makeup, some skincare, some nail, hair care, hygiene type of thing. So let's get started. My first favorite of this week is my nail polish. You guys, I don't know what it is, but when I look at my nails and I have a beautiful blue, it's like a royal blue. This is how I describe it, as a royal blue polish. Now, you may ask, what is it that you're wearing? It is my OPI Infinite Shine 2 in the shade Indignitly Indigo. That is a tongue twister. So that's what it looks like. Comes in the silver, with the silver top. That's what the polish looks like. I really love this. I really do. I don't know what it is about royal blue on my nails. Because I have them a little bit darker currently, it just looks amazing. I just love how it looks. And I've been getting quite a few compliments on them as well. So if you guys are interested, your local beauty supply should carry the OPI line. I know Sally's does. Trade Secrets in Canada. I'm sure your local salon carries these too, but they're more expensive. I would go for more beauty supply outlet like Sally's or Cosmoprof, just because they carry these probably at a cheaper price. So that has been my favorite polish of the week. So hair, I don't really talk about hair too much because I usually use the same things for a long period of time. But however, I've cracked back open my Moroccan Oil by Moroccan Oil. This is the oil treatment for all hair types. So it's just an oil that I use in my wet hair before I blow dry from about mid shaft to the ends. I like to use this more in the winter time because it's a heavier oil, and usually in the winter my hair gets more drier. So this is what I use in the winter months. And I absolutely love this for the winter months because it just gives my hair a little extra boost, especially in hydration in the ends portion. Because in the winter, I'm constantly blow drying and flat ironing my hair, more so than just leaving it wet to dry naturally to avoid catching a cold. So I have been loving this for my my prep after I've come out of the shower. Before I blow dry, I'll put this into my ends. It's been great. Love it. And by the way, this bottle lasts you for years. Like I think I've had this now for about 3 years and it's still going strong. They say that the bottle says it's like 18 months after opening. Honestly, this stuff has not gone bad at all. This stuff still smells great from the day I bought it. So I'm just going to continue using it because it's still great. And it comes in a dark bottle, so it doesn't get ruined by the light, which is a great thing. So next up is a toothpaste. Now, I don't normally mention toothpaste unless I finish it and I put it in my my empties, which that's where you see my toothpastes. But I know you guys have seen my Sensodyne toothpaste empty and my Colgate Optic White empty, but this is different. This is by the Colgate Optic White brand, but it's the Express White, and it's whiter teeth in 3 days. Now, you guys, it's hard to maintain white teeth when you are a coffee and tea drinker addict. That is me. I love my tea and my coffee. Hands down, I'm currently drinking a coffee right now. So with that said, I need to maintain my whiteness as much as possible. I really don't prefer my whitening in a mouthwash. I've tried that. It doesn't work for me. It just tastes gross to me. So I use it in my toothpaste as much as I can. This one is fabulous. If you guys don't want to use the Crest White strips because they're too expensive at the moment and you can't afford it, definitely try the Optic White Express White for 3 days. You'll notice a difference in 3 days. I think it's a little bit more on the pricier side, probably around the $5 to $6 range, but it's so much more cheap and cost effective than buying the Crest White strips for like $50. They range between $50 to $80. So definitely try this out. I love it. This one is in this scent flavor, fresh mint. There's another one that I bought as a backup. It's a different flavor, but nonetheless, it's still a great product. It's a white gel. There's no beads in it, so it's not going to ruin the environment with those plastic beads. So that is definite a thumbs up, and you can find it at the drugstore, which is great. You don't have to go to a special place to find something like that. Okay, so I have been jumping back and forth to different face washes just because I've done some, some minor traveling in the last few weeks or so. And I am going always back to this one because this is my Estee Lauder Perfectly Clean Splash Away Foaming Cleanser. This is my last one of this. I used to have two of them. I gave one to my mom to use because she needed something. But you guys, this is my last one. Look at where I'm at. Like, this is all empty. It goes down to here. So I have that much left. It's very expensive. I think I got it for like $20-25 at the Estee Lauder sale. So if I can find this again at the Estee Lauder sale, I definitely will pick it up. It lasts a long time because you don't need to use too much of it at once. It's very soothing to the skin, very hydrating. Doesn't strip your natural oils and make your skin feel like squeaky, but it does clean and get rid of all the makeup. So that's what I like about it. It's gentle and hydrating on the skin as it gets rid of all the dirt, oil, and makeup that you don't need left behind, pretty much. So if I can find this again at a sale, I definitely will pick it up. It's just too expensive for me to buy like regular retail, and I refuse to buy it regular retail because I don't see why a cleanser needs to be like $38-40. Like, I'll never go to that extent to buy a cleanser. Maybe the most I'll go is like $26, but that's the highest I'll go for a facial cleanser, if you know what I mean. That one was $25 at the sale, so I didn't mind spending that, but anything higher, I would say, than $30 is definitely like, no. I can stick into the $20 range area, between $20 to $29, but once you pass that, I don't know if I'll do it. It's hard to justify. So, moving on. My last skincare product is a mask. This you can get at Walmart. This is the Formula 10.06 Deep Down Detox Ultra Cleansing Mud Mask in the scent orange. This you can get at Walmart for under $5. This super cleansing detox mask cleanses impurities for a clearer, brighter complexion. The energy of orange, I can't read or even talk. The energy of orange recharges while sea salt cleanses and bergamot balances. Your face will notice the difference. To use, apply thin coating over face and neck, avoiding eye area. Allow mask to dry for 10-15 minutes, then rinse thoroughly with warm water. Pat skin dry. Use 1 to 3 times per week. Love this. Really does smell like oranges. Yeah, really does smell like oranges. It's got like a clay-based, it's a clay-based formula, but it's not as harsh as your clay masks from, Origins or, what was the other one that I used? The Origins charcoal and there was another one. There was one from the Beyond Belief company that you can get at Sally's. That one is a clay one as well, which was a little bit more harsher. This one is not as harsh, but I like this one. It's really good. It really, you feel this pulling shit out of your face. No joke. When I was using this, I was like, holy fuck, I can like feel a light tingling sensation because you can actually feel dirt being pulled out of your pores. It is a crazy feeling. It's really hard to explain, but when you actually feel it for the first time yourself, you will totally understand what I'm talking about. This didn't really make my face too red, but because it's pulling all that stuff out, you may get a little rosy from it at first, but once you wash it off and you apply your moisturizer, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But like I said, with any skincare, just make sure you test it first to make sure you're not allergic to anything, and then go from there. I'm pretty bad at that. I don't really test anything on my arm like I should. I just kind of apply it and hope for the best, and if I break out, I break out. And that's just me. I'm okay with that. Some people aren't okay with that, so I would suggest that you do the arm test first before you use it. But for me, I just tested it out and it was totally fine. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. It's a great, I would say it's a close dupe for the Glam Glow Clearing Mud treatment, because that one does the same thing, only that one is like an ounce of product for like $75. This one is 3.4 fluid ounces of product, and you get it for like $5 at Walmart. So definitely a steal and a great drugstore find. With that said, I'm moving into makeup now, because now we've totally cleared out the other categories. So what am I gonna start first? I'm gonna do my palette, you guys, because like I cannot talk about the palette I have been using literally all week. So I know you guys are gonna be like, not you too, like for real. But this is the palette I have been using pretty much all week long. The palette I've used the most all week long. I brought it to travel with me. It's an amazing palette. And, I know. You guys are going to be like, you came onto the bandwagon too. I did. Anastasia Beverly Hills makes fabulous eyeshadow palettes. I have been purchasing her palettes since she came out with the Maya Mia palette. She did the Catwalk palette. She did the Lavish palette. I picked those up instantly, within a heartbeat. She also put out some more. The Tamana palette, which I never got my hands on, unfortunately. I just never thought that I really needed it. They were similar colors to the other palettes I had. And I think there was another palette too, I can't remember. But anyways, those, like, Anastasia shadows are freaking amazing. They're fabulous. They're very comparable to the MAC shadows in their blendability, in their pigmentation, very high quality shadows. This one blew all of her other palettes out of the water. Why? Because the formulation to these are a whole new level. And you could tell I've used it. There's a few dips in certain areas of this palette. The blendability is out of this world, like beyond her other palettes. Her formulation to these are out of this world, beyond her other palettes. These formulas in this palette are so buttery and creamy. You can just place your finger on top of it and it'll create a divot in the shadow pan. No joke. I've done it. I was kind of mad at myself when I did it, and that's why I tried to use it to kind of get rid of the divot. But like, you guys, I'm telling you, they are so creamy, so buttery, so easy to work with. I have no words for just, I have no words. I'm speechless. This is a speechless palette to me. I never thought I would find a palette that was this creamy at an affordable price. I mean, the palette in Canada is about 60 bucks. Okay, yeah, it's equivalent to maybe Urban Decay prices, because in the past, the prices to these palettes, Anastasia would label them between $49 to $55. So, you know, I get it. This one is $60. I can see why it's $60, because the quality is way better than the other ones that she had. So, definitely worth the price. I would take these over Natasha Denona anytime. I think Natasha Denona's palettes are a little overpriced for shadows that are, they're shadows. You don't need to spend $300 on a 20 pan eyeshadow palette when Anastasia makes them for 60 bucks. You get 12 eyeshadows and they are like fabulous quality. Everyone says Natasha Denona's are very creamy, blah, blah. These are just as creamy. These are just as blendable. These are just as pigmented. It doesn't matter. I refuse to spend $300 on an eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. That's my personal opinion. Anastasia, I've always supported Anastasia since I first discovered her a couple years ago through eyebrow products. I saw her on Oprah way back when. It was great to see her move up, and between her and her daughter, Narvina, I follow her on Snapchat. She shows us the processes in the lab and what they do to create products like this. You know, all the approvals she goes to create products like the lipsticks, the lip glosses, the liquid lipsticks, the lip glosses, all that kind of stuff. She shows on Snapchat to show what the process is like, going through approvals of pigmentation, formula, color, all that kind of great stuff. So I have to say, this one, when I travel, is like it's a definite thumbs up. If you guys don't have it, it's limited edition. I would suggest you get it before they run out of this, because you will not regret getting this palette. I will tell you that right now. You will not regret it, because there's neutral colors. There's pops of beautiful colors, like this bluish gray, like this green, like this cranberry. You can do an eye look with any of those three with pops of color, or you could stick to neutrals, which, you know, there's some champagne-y shades for, like, on the lid highlights. There's neutrals for the crease. It's amazing. It's just a great overall palette. It gives you a variety. Quality is all there. It is just worth it. It also came with a brush, but the brush is somewhere over there that I added to my other brushes that I like to use. So definitely, you guys need to check this out, because I am by far most impressed with that Master Palette by Mario with Anastasia Beverly Hills. My last two products, you guys, are Anastasia liquid lipsticks. So we're sticking with the Anastasia train right now. I never knew, when Anastasia first came out with her liquid lipsticks, they really weren't in Canada. You'd have to get them online. I really didn't want to spend shipping, to be totally honest, because it's a pain in the ass to get shipping, to pay for shipping in certain brands. Kylie Cosmetics, you know, $14 if you're under 60 bucks of product. I probably won't be making an order to Kylie's site for a while until I can, you know, get my order over $60. There's a few things I have in mind, but I like to be over that so I can get free shipping. A lot of companies like Anastasia, Urban Decay, Toothpaste, if you go to their direct sites, you have to pay like an arm and a leg in shipping to Canada alone. It's ridiculous. So I just waited till they came into the Sephora stores, which was amazing. These are the two that I've been loving this week. This one here is called Ashton. This is the liquid lipstick, and the liquid lipsticks have a silver top and their glosses have a black top. So this is what Ashton looks like. It is a beautiful, beautiful brownie peachy nude. So pretty. I love this color. So wearable for every day. Just amazing. The next one is a newer shade by Anastasia, and this is their color in Allison. Now, I've seen Allison swatch on different people on social media, and I'm telling you, this color looks different on every single person I've seen. In the bottle, it looks very dark. When I've seen it swatched on people, it looked very pink. So this is what Allison looks like next to Ashton. This is very more of a browny pinky nude. I've seen it swatched on different people on social media, and some people it pulls purple, some people it pulls pink, some people it pulls brown, depending on the skin tone you are. But I have to say, I love these two colors. I've worn them all week long. This was the only color, Allison was the only color I wore on the weekend because I just couldn't put it down. It was a newer lipstick that I had, and I used it pretty much all weekend long. It was a fabulous color. I love it for every day. It goes with every look. You can match it with any type of eye color look, and it'll just rock. That's pretty much it. Again, they're neutral shades, so you have to understand too that neutrals go with a lot of different looks, especially if they're not darks like what I'm wearing today. These are fabulous. They are matte. Well, yes, they are matte. I don't think they categorize them as matte, though. They're just a liquid lipstick. So they do dry down to a matte formula, but they don't claim that they're matte in the name. With that said, these are not matte that are long wearing. Usually when there's the word matte in a liquid lipstick name, that means they're long wearing. These are not labeled as matte liquid lipsticks. These are just labeled as liquid lipsticks. So with that said, these are not long wearing. You should not expect them to be long wearing because the name doesn't tell you that it's long wearing, because they're not. They're just a simple liquid lipstick. They do dry down to a matte-ish formula, but they are not fully matte, so they're not going to, come off when you're eating, when you're kissing, whatever. These will definitely come off as you're drinking, as you're eating, especially if you're eating oil-based products like, a salad, oil and vinegar. A pizza has oil, a little bit of oil on it. These will come off for sure. They don't come off as much as if you're drinking like out of a straw or even a cup, but they still will come off. I did test them, but at the end of the day, they're not labeled as long wearing lipsticks. So if that's what your expectation is of these, you have to understand that they are not marketed as a long wear lipstick. They are marketed as a liquid lipstick only. There's no long wear in that name. There's no matte in that name. So you have to understand these are not long wearing lipsticks. You do have to reapply if you are eating, if you are drinking, or, kissing people on the cheeks or whatever. The one thing I have to say is that when you do apply this, it dries down. Even though it dries down to a matte-ish formula, when you kiss your hand, it doesn't transfer. It doesn't transfer that much. Like, I can tap my fingers on this now, and it won't transfer. But if you lick your lips with this on, and then, kiss somebody or drink something, obviously it's going to come off. So that's the only thing. Like, it won't transfer if you keep it dry, but as soon as you start to add liquid to it, it's definitely going to wear down over time throughout the day. So that's all I wanted to let you guys know about these, because a lot of people have different opinions on them because they're not long wear and all that. Just understand, they're not marketed to be long wear like lipsticks. That's all I have to say. But I still love them. They're still great. I still appreciate them. They're great. They don't, fly off the lips. They stay put. It's just a fabulous product, and I will be getting more colors in the future. They are quite expensive in Canada. They're about $25, $26, I think. So with taxes, you're looking at almost $30. So I have to, collect them slowly, if you guys know what I'm saying. I don't want the entire line because I don't like all the colors, but the colors that I do really want, I'm looking to gradually, expand my collection that way. With that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it all. If you have any questions about these beautiful, lovely products I've shown you in my weekly favorites, please let me know. Don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss out a video from me. Do you have anything else to say? I don't think so. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone. Mwah!